What's up, Upper Echelonians? We here today with another banger. But first, y'all take a second to hit that subscribe button and that like button. I really appreciate it. Do 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 do. Alright, appreciate you. Now, Earl sees Falls and he's looking to break Bud in this fight. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And like Earl said, it's a man down coming, and him and Derrick James, they got a plan for this thing right here. Bud better not stand in front, which he probably will end up doing, but they're ready for it. Let's get into the video. This is a fair use video. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. Mandown.
You get Jaws out there. Now you think it's safe. No, Jaws ain't the epitome of greatness. There's something out there much bigger. Yes, you got it. And here comes Super Bud. Come through and snatch it up. All is well in the world, right? Or wrong. You forget the Megalodon. Bud might have caught Jaws in the ichthyosaur, so but he ain't ready for the Megalodon. And that's the big Spence, the Megalodon. Matter of fact, he ain't even a Megalodon. Earl Spence is the biggest. How can you measure what ain't been measured before? Captain Ahab reaching out fishing. You gonna catch something that you ain't mean to catch right there, because you can't catch the uncatchable, the Leviathan. Earl, the true Spence, strap season, man down, smoke it on Bud tour.
Earl, they say you just a basic come forward flat-footed fighter. They said Crawford's gonna beat you. Now that you done beat Crawford and destroyed him, what the haters gotta say now, Earl?
You can do it, George. And you beat the real champion.
What's the stretcher? Somebody sent for us out.
What started out as a joke has turned out to be a disaster.
Creed appears to be in very serious condition.
Crawford's in serious condition. You heard him worse than Kilbrook and Ugas combined.
If he dies, he dies.
Would you care to comment on how you plan to fight this?
Crawford.
What's your strategy?
Don't need it.
Terrence Crawford.
The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me. And he's gonna get hurt.
What's your prediction for the fight?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Counters when need be.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't ever just walk through punches, you know. I try to keep my hands up and try to block the punches more than slip.
Speaking of power, do you guys got two different types of punching power? Like Kell Brook was talking about it, he fought both of you. Like, does he have more of the quick snap whip power, and do you have more of that heavy-handed, you know, just heavy-handed punching power, clubbing power, pound you into submission? Is it two different types of power, you and Crawford?
I mean, yeah, that's people say. Kell Brook fought us both, so he would know better than Sean Porter fought us both, so he would know better. So, I mean, I'm gonna take their word for it.
You think though, like, because when I read between the lines of what you're saying, I'm gonna break him in this fight. Is it that like that clubbing power is gonna pound him into submission? Are you thinking late stoppage, accumulation stoppage?
Yeah. I think it's definitely probably accumulation, and I feel like that's accumulation. Accumulation is worse than getting knocked out, because accumulation takes a toll on your body. You know, you're getting beat for 10, 12 rounds. Those guys, they don't never be the same. You know, when you get a knockout, you just knocked out and then you're okay. But accumulation of punches and, you know, getting battered after every round, that takes a huge effect on you.
I've heard you say that before in the past. I think it was on Big Boy's Neighborhood. You mentioned the same thing, that the stoppage is worse than like the one punch knockout. So along those lines, you've said you're going to take Terrence's mental, physical, damn near spiritual, in your words. Are you going to take his prime in this fight too? Because like you said, the stoppage is worse than just a one punch knockout.
I don't know if I'm taking prime. I mean, I'm not gonna say all that, but you know, I'm just do what I always do.
speaking of his prime, though, have his legs slowed down at all, and is he getting hit more when you watch him?
I don't know. You gotta tell me. You watch all his fights. You trying to tell me something?
Well, maybe he's doing a little.
Yes, finally the big guy speaks and he tells you, I just don't be walking into punches. I be blocking and slipping. And that's what I be trying to tell these casual naysayers. Earl Spence looks like he's there, but it's an optical illusion. Because you're not seeing his right and left hand go up there blocking parry punches. That's how he gets off so many fresh and easy shots right there. And when they attest to the power, Sean Porter and Kell Brook both have said Earl is the harder puncher. They said Bud has a stinging shot while Earl has a thudding poof shot right there. And see, Earl said the thing that I've been saying for the longest. Accumulation of punches is worse than getting a one-shot knockout. See, when you get a one-shot knockout, you can make up an excuse. You can say, oh, he just blindsided me, I got caught and everything. And all you just did was take a shot to your head real quick, your brain rattled. So you got knocked out. But when you got an accumulation knockout, when you have a man sitting there beating on you and destroying you, tenderizing your body, that takes years off your boxing career. And not only does it affect your mental, it not only does it affect your physical, it vastly affects your mental as well. See, being a boxer, the best way to describe a boxer is a guy that goes out there and feels like he invincible and he ready to beat the world. And you got your coaches and trainers telling you the best. You ain't got them telling you that you average or you mediocre. No, they telling you the best. You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then you can't achieve. So when you go out there and you believe in yourself, and then you run up to a guy like Earl Spence and you throwing your best shots and it's not phasing him, and he's hitting you with grueling shots that are hurting and ripping and breaking bones and bruising your flesh, and you try to use lateral movement to get away from him, but he's still right there. You go to the left, he's right on you. To the right, he's on you. You go back or forth, he's still right there. And then you're going to start feeling desperation. Like, that's going to be desperation, frustration, and agitation. And the fact that you can't get away and you a man and you trying to fight this man off of you, and there's nothing that you can do as a man to save yourself. It's like the quicksand, like you're drowning, and the punches and the accumulation keeps coming. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world. And that's why when boxers get an accumulation ass whooping, they're not really the same fighters no more, and they get punch shy. Case in point, Adrian Broner versus not Molina, but Madonna. I'm sorry about that, y'all. It took me a minute. But Madonna beat and brutalized Adrian Broner for that fight. And Adrian Broner still hasn't let his hands go since then. But Earl has ended careers like Leonard Bundu. He's done basically ended Kell Brook, because he was never the same. He basically ended Mikey Garcia, Lamont Peterson. And Earl Spence batters, brutalizes, and destroys you. Like Mikey Garcia said, he's such mental pressure because he's always there and you can't get away from him. Like, boxers carry that with them, man. Like, you can't go in the ring feeling like you the best no more after you fought somebody like Spence. And then basically you're going to be a punch shy or a gunshot boxer because you're going to feel like you know you're not the best no more. See, your armor has got a chink in it. You're not invincible no more. Now you know you can get beat. And then you worry about being in that situation again, because that's a messed up feeling. And Bud, we're going to see the feeling in his eyes when he's trying to swim and he realized that the weight is pulling him under and there's nothing that he can do to save himself. Like, that's a humbling experience for a man when you can't save yourself. And Sean alluded to the point that I've been saying, and Earl didn't want to give away none of their secrets, but yes, Crawford has slowed down. In the last 5 fights, we haven't seen Crawford on his toes. Crawford isn't the same fighter that he was at 140, which is a disadvantage. He's getting older, so his legs are getting older. And he's done filled out nicely. He's done bulked up. So he's a lot heavier than he was at 140. And we haven't seen him on his toes versus Porter, Brook, Akan, Avanesian. No, we see him plotting forward. We see him walk him down and stop him. And that's not going to work against Earl. And I don't know if it's too late for him to turn back the hands of time, but I've seen recent pictures of Crawford as well, and he's looking bulky. Like he wants to wrestle and stand in front of Earl, which would be a no-no. It'd be a big mistake on his part. But we got to see. But I can tell you one thing, he's not going to... Everybody complained about Uga standing right in front of Earl. Crawford going to be right there too, because he's not going to be able to get away. His legs ain't fresh no more. He's not young no more. This probably going to be his retirement fight.
But he made up for it with adjustments in other ways. But people want to know what you think, not what I think.
I mean, it could be, or he could be just more settled in and just more settled in the weight, so he's not moving as much as he as needed. Like he don't need to move that much, but he feel like his power now carried on with the weight class, so you don't have to move around the ring like he did at 140 or he was doing earlier in his career. Well, you get older too, so you ain't moving in. You ain't trying to move like that. Just like football. Like Floyd wasn't just moving all crazy the older he got.
Well, I remember though me telling you before the Ugas fight, hey Errol, I think he plans on staying in front of you, and you said, well, bless his heart then. You know the old Southern saying. Same thing to Terrence Crawford if he's thinking of staying in front of you.
Man, I'm not gonna. If he want to stand in front of me, stand in front of me. Hey, ain't nothing I can do. Well, it's something I can do about it, but you want to stand in front of me.
Exactly, to my point. But first, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button, because I'm going to keep doing this for y'all, man, because I do it for y'all, because we're going to grow here as a family on this channel. But like I said, he's done settled into the weight. He's done fell in love with his power. And yes, other people have noticed it as well, especially Derrick James, who has a keen mind. And yes, Crawford has knocked out or TKO'd his last 10 opponents. So he feel like his power can bail him out. And that's what happens with a lot of fighters like Edgar Berlanga, who knocked out his first 16 opponents, like in the first couple rounds, or maybe the first round. Like when a fighter falls in love with his power, he neglects his other attributes. And we've seen Crawford fall in love with his power. He looks for the knockout. He don't look to do what he used to do in 140. He's trying to end the night. He said he don't get paid for overtime. And he's probably going to end up standing in front of Earl. And it's light heavyweights, middleweights that can't stand in front of Earl. When they spar with Earl, they got to wear rib protectors. But, we got about 2 weeks left into the big fight. And we're going to see how it go. But it's going to be a great fight. And I appreciate both fighters for getting in there and doing what they do. But this is your boy Upper Echelon, man. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe like I said. And I'm going to come back with y'all again with some more bangers. Shalom. Peace and blessings to all.